Welcome back everyone to another Stu42 Minecraft video. Today I thought I'd just follow up on the Taint situation near my base. I started the Thaumcraft path a few episodes ago, all because of this Taint you can see in front of me. I'm not sure if you remember the layout of the land, but all of this green through here used to be Taint, which means I have successfully cleaned it up. So the way that I did that is with this wonderful little thing here, the ethereal bloom, or ethereal bloom, depending on how you pronounce it. So basically this thing's got an 8x8 radius that it affects, so I might just throw this one down. I don't think you can put it on the Taint itself, so there's a grass block. Let's throw that one there. So we'll leave that there sort of cooking while we go away. Oh, I'm getting hit by the Taint now. So I'll show you how to quickly make these ethereal blooms, and potentially a new way of using the crucible. So what are we going to need? Let's have a look in our Thaumonomicon. So under the alchemy branch we have the ethereal bloom, and we're going to need, it's quite expensive. We're going to need 16 herba, 16 precantatio, 16 sano, and 8 vidium. I found these are fairly easy to get, with the exception of the sano. I had to get some brewing stands and make some health potions to get sano, and you might be realizing that the health potions have a bunch of other stuff in them. So this time I'll show you a slightly different way, which is to use these watered jars instead to use the crucible, or to mix with the crucible. So the way we do that is we have these files. Now I've already preloaded these with what we need, so these vials hold 8 each. So to get our 16 sano we have 2 vials, 16 precantatios 2 of those, 16 herbas 2 of those, and 1 vidium is one of those, or 8 vidium is one of those rather. We'll also need a shimmerleaf plant. Now there's a couple of ways of getting the shimmerleaf. I know people say use the silk touch. I tend to use my power fist, and you'll see there it's set to shears, so I've put the shears mod on there, and you can actually just left click these with shears and you get back the actual plant itself. So either that or shears themselves, so it's actually a cheaper way of getting that. And then to make our ethereal bloom, we sit over our cauldron and basically throw all these in. So those, and the shimmerleaf, and ta-da, ethereal bloom. Now the advantage also of doing it with these, you'll notice I didn't have to get my wand out, I didn't have to cope with any extra goo coming out the top, or gas, or any of those horrible effects that come from the excess aspects left over in the crucible afterwards. So it is definitely an advantage to use these files as long as they're multiples of 8. So the bloom's pretty nice because it's a nice multiple of 8, which means you can just throw those files and it all matches perfectly just to make a single bloom. And then once you've got your single bloom, you can plant it and replant it. So this is the third one I've made. I cleaned all that up with just 2 blooms. I've left that one there to sort of guard my base. So back over here towards this, we'll go and have a look. Now it's not chunk loaded, so this won't have worked too much. Ooh, I'm getting hit again. Let's put this one. There's a grass block. Where can we sit that we won't get hurt? So that's basically it. These will gradually clear up in an 8x8. I think that just made itself a little bit lighter there. Oh, and again, yeah, so it's working fairly quickly. You can see it sort of just starting to clear that up there, and then once it's clear, you can come past and break the fibrous taint. If you leave it long enough, it will break the taint for you. But I tend to wait for it to turn all to grass first, and then just break it up, and then move the blooms and move the blooms and move the blooms, and gradually you'll get it to oh, there we go. It's just despawned that tentacle. So yeah, it's working pretty quickly. You just got to be careful. If it is a little way from your base, you will need a chunk loader to make sure that it keeps happening. So that's pretty much it. That's the follow up from the start of Thaumcraft. Was basically Taint is a bit of a problem for a lot of people I know, but once you get to that point with your Thaumcraft, it's actually pretty easy to clean up, and this green area has stayed green for quite a while now. It's it's just very, very effective using these blooms to clean it up. So that's it from me. Until next time, see you later.